What if your emotional triggers are actually trying to teach you something? Let's be honest. Most of us don't think about triggers as helpful, right? They're like that overly honest friend who points out you've got spinach in your teeth. Annoying and uncomfortable. But here's the surprising part. Did you know that most people totally misinterpret their emotional triggers? Instead of seeing them as tools for growth, we turn them into obstacles. If you've ever caught yourself asking, why do I react this way? Or you've wondered, is it possible to grow from my biggest emotional struggles? You're not alone. And here's the good news. Your emotional triggers, even the ones that make you want to throw your phone across the room, might just be your secret weapon for creating a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. Today, we're diving into why those triggers, yes, even the ones that make you rage quit a conversation, are actually your best kept secret for becoming stronger, clearer, and more in control of your life. Let's uncover the lessons behind the emotions. We've all been there. Maybe the other parent says something that pushes all your buttons, or your kids don't call after a visit to their other parent, and suddenly you're spiraling into guilt, thinking, what did I do wrong? The problem is, most of us treat our triggers like landmines. We react, yelling, crying, shutting down, and then we wonder why we feel stuck. And here's the kicker. Emotional triggers are often misunderstood. Our emotions are signals, not problems. They are data points trying to tell us something. They are a tap on the shoulder saying, hey, pay attention. But when we misinterpret them, we end up losing clarity, we lose confidence, and we lose opportunities for growth. So ask yourself, am I misunderstanding my emotional reactions? And if there's a better way, one that lets you take control, find clarity, and turn those emotional storms into moments of calm and purpose. Here's the thing, your triggers aren't the enemy. Good emotions, better emotions, bad emotions, all emotions are perfectly normal. They are messengers. They're like that friend who tells you the truth you need to hear, even if it stings. And when you listen, they can transform your life. Take Lisa, a woman I worked with. Lisa used to fly into a rage every time her children's dad brought the kids back late. She'd stew for hours, feeling powerless and consumed by anger. She would text me, so upset. But when we dug deeper, she realized her anger wasn't really about the schedule. It was about feeling disrespected. And once she named the feeling, everything shifted. Instead of reacting with rage, she calmly addressed the situation. She said to her children's dad, when you're late, it disrupts my evening plans. Can we stick to the schedule or just shoot me a text so that I know when you'll be back? Not only did she feel more confident, but she felt less angry. She felt less annoyed. The science and research backs this up. Emotions like anger, fear, and frustrations are signals pointing to unmet needs, unresolved wounds, or areas where you need to grow. They are trying to grab your attention, and they're giving you a choice about what you're going to do. When you uncover the lessons behind your emotions, you move from reacting to responding, from reacting to creating your life. And that shift brings more peace. It brings more growth and happiness into your life. Now let's get practical. How do you turn those triggers into tools for growth? It's not about ignoring them or just reacting less. It's about using them as a signpost, as a guide to become the best version of yourself. And here's some ideas to make that happen. Step 1, name the trigger. When you feel that wave of anger, guilt, frustration, pause. Instead of reacting, ask yourself, what's the trigger here? Is it something someone said? A situation I've been avoiding? Write it down. Naming the trigger helps you step out of autopilot and take control. Here's a quick exercise. Grab a piece of paper, grab your journal, and write out what happened in simple terms. For example, instead of writing, "He's always late," write, "He brought the kids back 30 minutes late today." Stick to the facts. Keep your emotions out of what you write. And this keeps your emotions from escalating and helps you see the situation clearly. Step 2, identify the underlying emotion. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling? Anger is rarely just anger. It could be frustration, fear, or sadness. If him being late triggers you, is it because you feel disrespected, overlooked, unsafe, lonely, sad? Sit with that emotion for a moment. It's uncomfortable, I know, but understanding what's underneath the trigger is crucial for growth. Step 3, ask what it's teaching you. Now, here's the hard part. What's the lesson this trigger is trying to teach you? Is it highlighting a boundary you need to set? A fear you need to face? A pattern you need to break? For Lisa, her anger wasn't just about her children's father being late. It was about her need for respect and clear communication. When she listened to that lesson, she took action. She realized she was waiting for her children to come home and not living her life to the fullest. She began to take the time that her children gave her when they were at dad's and schedule things to do. Work, visit a friend, exercise, and her life started to shift and she became happier. And now the kids coming home late is not a problem anymore. She's created clear communication with their dad. She's scheduled things to do, and she's moving forward in her life. Step 4, choose your response. Now, this is where you take back your power. Now that you understand your trigger, you have a choice. Will you react or will you respond? Responding means aligning your actions with the person you want to be. So let's revisit Lisa. Instead of snapping, now, she chooses calm communication. She said, "When you're late, it disrupts my plans. Can we agree that if you're going to be late, you'll let me know? No yelling, no guilt tripping, just clarity and confidence." Step 5, reframe the narrative. Here's the game changer. Reframe your triggers as opportunities for growth. Instead of thinking, "I'm so angry at him for being late," reframe it as, "This is a chance for me to practice better communication with the new skills I've learned." This shift in perspective changes everything. Your triggers stop being something to dread and start being tools for transformation. Step 6, reflect and learn. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what triggers did I face today and how did I handle them? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and learn from the moments where you fell short. Remember, growth isn't about being perfect. It's about starting, a willingness to learn and take new action and do. The next time you feel that spark of anger, guilt, or frustration, don't push it away. And don't let it run the show. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Your triggers aren't a curse, they're a gift. They are your emotions' way of showing you where you need healing, where you need growth, and they're a chance for you to decide what you're going to do next. And if you start listening to them, you'll not only feel calmer and more in control, you'll also start creating the life that you've been longing for. If today's video hit home and you're ready for the next step, maybe you want to check out this video, Exposed, the real reason you feel powerless. I'll show you how to ditch the victim mindset for good and master the art of owner mindset. Let's turn those triggers into triumphs. You've got this.